Hey guys, and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. Today we are in the Exiled Lands, in map square G4, building a hidden base. One of my very first viewer suggested Conan builds was a hidden base, so I decided today to revisit that concept for a somewhat practical base design. This build is completely mod free. Don't forget that you can get 68% of a 2-year deal with NordVPN when you visit nordvpn.org/iradYT or use code iradYT at checkout, and doing that helps the channel out massively and gets you the best VPN service on the market at an affordable price. So without further ado, let's get started. Firstly, I started off on a huge cliff above the desert floor. I'll be using reinforced stone for the majority of this build, along with some frontier pieces, but of course you don't have to use frontier. I drew out a basic base plate using fence foundations, separating the build into 2 rooms and covering those fence foundations with stone ceilings. Though I have used reinforced stone in this build, you of course don't have to use reinforced stone. If you're just starting out, you can easily throw this up with sandstone or stone brick, or wood or any of the DLC items, whichever one you prefer. Next, for the walls. Due to how high up this build is, you can get away with a fairly normal build height while still preserving the stealthy element of this design. I built stone walls up 2 tiles high for the ground floor, closing off any gaps but also trying to let the cliff show through the walls in certain places to keep the overall aesthetic intact. Next, I covered the left side with a 4x2 of ceilings and built a small corridor, which will be the entrance to the build. After placing that, I then built stairs down to the ground floor and placed roof gables onto the front room, sloping up from the 1 tile high wall. I also built another set of stairs on the ground floor to what will be the bedroom, then creating the floor of that room with stone ceilings and supporting it underneath with stone pillars. Next, I built up the walls of the bedroom 1 tile high, then building roof gables onto the walls. I also covered the open section between the bedroom and the entrance corridor with ceilings, and again built roof gables, which then allowed me to construct the roof. I built a very simple roof design over the build that helps to break up any potential structural monotony through a series of smaller roofs rather than one large roof. This was quite simple really, all you have to do is follow the flow of each roof, there's nothing complex at all going on here. Finally, when the shell of the build was done, it was then time to of course furnish. On a small pathway above the corner of bones, we can reach the build by squeezing through a fairly innocuous part of the rock formation. I've lit the house inside with hanging braziers, and I've left the exterior unlit to increase the effectiveness of the hidden nature of this build. Entering the build and heading downstairs, I've aimed for a style of somewhat brutal efficiency. My builds are usually roleplay focused, and thus they often have a lot of aesthetic and decorative elements. However, for this build I aimed for the structure to be at least somewhat efficient for 1 or 2 people to live in, either as a small outpost base or as a hidden base whilst building up resources. I've included plenty of workstations for processing resources in the right side workshop on the ground floor, along with practical amenities like a stove, plenty of storage, preserving boxes, etc. I've also included a small bedroom that serves as a safe place to rest and a decent location to respawn, along with some extra storage chests for clothing, weapons, potions, etc., to allow the player to quickly kit up and leave at a moment's notice. And there we have it, a small hidden base in the Exiled Lands in map Square G4. Thanks for watching. I usually focus on PvE and roleplay builds here on this channel, but I do think this base might have some practical application for some players that need a base in a pinch, or just a hidden safe haven somewhere. As I mentioned earlier, this video is indeed sponsored by NordVPN. If you want to stay safe on the internet and ensure you can't be tracked by shady individuals, or whilst being able to access Netflix, BBC iPlayer, ITV, Hulu, HBO and more regardless of where you live, all whilst maintaining blazing fast internet speeds, NordVPN is the perfect choice for you. When you use my link or discount code you can get 68% off a 2-year deal, which comes out to $3.71 a month, an absolute bargain price for such a great service that I use almost every day. The software is a small download and it's easy to use. One click and you're both connected and protected, and you have full access to the internet. Nord also has very strict policies on protecting your data, meaning you can browse in confidence. Visit nordvpn.org/eradyt or use code eradyt at checkout to claim this huge discount and get the best VPN service available on the internet, and also help me out a lot at the same time. As always, thanks to Nord for sponsoring the video. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like and let me know in the comments below if you have any build suggestions for future videos. As usual, absolutely anything is welcome. Don't forget to both follow me on Twitch and join the fun on our Discord through the links in the description. When you use code eradyt at checkout, or you can go through my affiliate link in the description and pinned comment below. YouTube is currently my full-time source of income, so if you enjoy the content and would like to help support the channel so I can continue to put out the best content possible, do consider becoming a patron. There are multiple tiers of support from $1 to $20, offering many different benefits from a mention in every video to Discord roles, and even sneak peeks of every new video before anyone else. The link to my Patreon is in the description, so if you'd like to support the channel, feel free to consider becoming a patron. On that note, a thanks to our current patrons Sammy, Sodialot, Randar, Connor, Blue Ivy, Velma, Shannara and Torn. If you're new here, feel free to check out the rest of the content on the channel. There are new Conan Exiles videos coming every Wednesday and Sunday. So if you like what you see, subscribe and ring the notification bell to be the first to see the next video, and to join us on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.